Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to my channel Learn with Aisa. I'm here again with the same topic, verb and types of verb. In the previous two lessons related to verb, we have discussed the definition of verb and the types of verb. The types of verb we discussed in the previous lesson were action verbs, transitive verbs, intransitive verb, auxiliary verbs. If you want to know about these types of verbs, you can see my previous lesson related to verb, and I'll give the link of that lesson in the description as well. Static verbs, modal verbs, phrasal verbs, irregular verbs are those verbs which we are going to discuss today. So let's start. In the name of Allah, the first topic for today is static verbs. Static verbs can be recognized because they express a state rather than an action. They typically relate to thoughts, emotions, relationships, senses, states of being, and measurements. What are static verbs? Static verbs are related to expressions. To express something is a verb, and that verb is known as static verb. Let's see the examples of static verbs. The doctor disagrees with your analysis. In this example, the disagreement of the doctor is disagree, and disagree is state of being of doctor. John doubts the doctor's opinion. I believe the doctor is right. She wanted another opinion. So all of these four verbs, disagree, doubt, believe, wanted, are static verbs which are related to expression. I hope it is clear to you. The next verb is modal verbs. Modal verbs are auxiliary verbs that are used to express abilities, possibilities, permissions, and obligations. For example, can, must, may, should, would, etc. are few examples of modal verbs. What are modal verbs? Used to express ability, that you can do something or not, possibilities, that is it possible that he can do that work or not, permissions, and obligations. Let's see the examples in sentences of modal verbs. I should go home. Should is an opinion here. You must not delay. Must is also an opinion, or it can be an order as well. Sally would not recommend the sushi. David may be late. May, should, must, would, and may are example of modal verbs. Next is phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs aren't single words. You can see the name of phrasal verb. Phrasal verb comes from the term phrase, and phrase is a term that contains more than one word. Phrasal verbs aren't single words. Instead, they are combinations of words that are used together to take on a different meaning to that of the original verb. It means they are the combination of words. It means they are more than one word. And what do? They are used together to take out a different meaning of the verb, or to give original verb a different meaning is known as phrasal verb. For example, go out, hand out, think through, phrase up, bring out are few examples of phrasal verb. Let's see the examples of phrasal verbs in a sentence. He brought up the same points again and again. Brought up is a phrasal verb. Leroy handed in the wallet to the police. Handed in. I make up stories all the time. make up is a phrasal verb. She pointed out Donald's mistake. Pointed out is example of phrasal verbs. I hope it is clear to you. If you find any confusion in this, you can ask me in the comment section. You are most welcome. And don't forget to give your feedback. The last but not the least type of verb is irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are those that don't take on the regular spelling patterns of a past simple and past participle verbs. Like, for example, few verbs take the same spelling patterns. The past and the past participle verb of that verb is made by adding ed to that verb. For example, cook. If we have to make the past or past participle of the word cook, we will add ed to the verb cook. It means it has a regular spelling pattern. But there are few verbs that don't have regular spelling pattern when they are being used as past or past participle. Let's see. Eat. Eat is a present verb and the past of eat is ate. Think is a present verb and the past is thought. Bring, present, brought, past. Go, present, went, past. Take, present, took, past. It means the verbs I have given you in examples have irregular spelling pattern of past simple and past participle verbs. Example of irregular verbs: I take my time when I go to the shops. Take here is a present tense, but it has different spelling pattern in the past tense. I took my time when I went to the shops. Took is past tense of take. Julie makes a cake for the classroom. Present tense. Julie made a cake for the classroom. Made is a past tense of makes. She sees a cockroach in the window. She saw a cockroach in the window. See is a present tense verb and saw is a past tense verb. I hope it is clear to you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, share my video and like it as well. I'll wait for your feedback in the comment section. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.